Inayana nakata bokoto koyana nakata bakina nakata. Elizabeth, don't you dare apologize for one word that was spoken forth. For each word that I put into your mouth. Sayana nakata baki. Sayana nakata boko yana nakata baki yana nakata bokoto koyana nakata baki nakata. Ora namayana nakata boko yana nakata boko yana nakata. Sayana nakata boko yana nakata. I've commanded you to release a book with all the prophecies in them. So yana nakata, I have commanded you. Soko yana nakata bakina nakata bokotoko yana nakata barina nakata. Soko sina yana nakata bakina nakata. Orina nakata boko yana nakata arina nakata. To release a book, soko sina nakata, on who the Ruach HaKodesh is. Soko yana nakata. The revelation that I gave to you in secret. Soko yana nakata bakina nakata. But time and time again, things have been delayed. For now I give you a new command. These things are to be released now on audio. For this is the quickest way to get it to the people. For the time is so short. And my people perish for the lack of knowledge. The lack of the knowledge that I have imparted in the holy prophetic messages that I have spoken unto you. There is an urgent need. Sayana nakata bokoyana nakata kayana nakata bokoyana nakata sayana nakata bokoyana nakata pakina nakata Sokosina nakata pokoto, Sorina nayana nakata pakina nayana nakata pokoyana nakata paki, Sayana nakata pokoyana nakata pokotoyana nakata, Sayana, for the great tribulation will now breathe down upon your necks. Soko yana nakata, Arina nakata pokoyana nakata, Arina Yahweh, watch this evening. Soko yana nakata pakina nayana nakata, as I watched on those another calendar. Yana nakata sayana nakata bokoyana. They have another date. Yana nakata parina nakata. But this message is not too late. Yana nakata. I'm trying to say I know their heart. Yana nakata. They still fast before me. Yana nakata kayana nakata. They still grieve for their sins. Yana nakata. Parina nakata. Oyana nakata bakini yana nakata. And I warn them. Yana nakata. Porina nakata. Draw closer to YAHUSHUA than ever before. Yana nakata. Parina yana nakata bokoto. Yana nakata baki. Sayana nakata boko yana nakata. Foretold. Oh, Father, Abba, Yahweh, Koyana Nakata, Koyana Nakata, Koyana Nakata, Soko Yana Nakata, Tigina Kata, Nayana Nakata. For there is a total terror. Oh, Father, Abba, Yahweh, Soko Yana Nakata, Koyana Nakata, Koyana Nakata, Soko Yana Nakata. soko siena nakata yana nakata. Totalitarian dictatorship, soko siena nakata. Totalitarian dictatorship. Soko yana nakata. I can hear the word, but it's hard to speak it forth. Soko yana nakata bakini na yana nakata boko yana nakata rina nakata. Soko yana nakata bakini nakata. That seeks to cover the entire world. Soko yana nakata. They know yana nakata rina nakata. If they can get by with it in America, soko yana nakata, it will cover the world. Soko yana nakata. Parina nakata no yana nakata. Beware of this help me, hon.
Totalitarian.
Beware of this totalitarian dictatorship. Soko siena yana nakata. Porina nakata kayana nakata pokoyana nakata. For they will leave you with no choices. Soko yana nakata. They take away the freedom of your speech. Soko yana nakata kayana nakata. Porina nakata kayana nakata pokoto. Arina nakata koyana. They will take away any airwaves, soko yana nakata, that would teach the truth. Soko siena yana nakata. They will muzzle soko siena nakata, the true newscasters, soko yana nakata kiena nakata, that want to warn what the governments are doing. Soko yana nakata. Porina nakata. They will censor soko siena nakata, all that is written. Soko yana nakata. Porina nakata rina nakata bokoyana nakata. America soko siena nakata. Orina nakata bakina nakata. You have soko siena a president of the United States. Soko yana nakata. Parina yana nakata bokoyana nakata. Sayana nakata bokoyana nakata yana nakata bokoyana nakata. Soko yana nakata kayana nakata. So yana nakata. Whose hero is Hitler? Soko siena yana nakata rina nakata. Soko siena yana nakata bokoyana nakata. He seeks the same power. Soko yana nakata bakina nakata. He has the same messianic complex. Soko yana nakata. Arina nakata bokoyana nakata. Sayana sees himself as a Messiah. Soko yana nakata. Parina nakata yana nakata bokoto. Soko siena yana nakata bokoyana nakata. Soko yana nakata. He is a totalitarian dictator. Soko yana nakata. In his heart. Soko yana nakata. Porina nakata kayana nakata bokotina nakata. He promised you change. Soko yana nakata. That is a platform. Soko siena yana. He ran for office on soko yana nakata. I warned you through the holy prophecies. Soko yana nakata kayana nakata. Soko siena yana nakata bokoyana nakata paki. Sarina nakata. That the change would not be for good but for evil. Soko yana nakata. Now you hang your head, soko siena nakata, and shake your head, soko in amazement, soko yana nakata, for what I have prophesied has come to pass. Soko yana nakata, parina nakata. And now you have the worst president, soko siena nakata, that has ever been, soko yana nakata, or an elected president, soko yana nakata. I did not put him there. Soko siena nakata. It was your choice. Soko yana nakata. I Yahweh, but just allowed. Soko siena nakata bokoto. Sorina yana nakata bokoto. Soyana nakata pakina nakata. Orina nakata. For those of you who cast your vote for him, soko siena nakata. Arina nakata bokoyana nakata. Hang your head in shame. Soko yana nakata pakina nakata. Arina nakata. For I hold you accountable. Soko siena nakata. If you are not speaking forth, soko yana nakata. Arina yana nakata. And rebuking what you have done. Soko yana nakata paki. Sayana nakata. And the evil has just begun. Soko yana nakata paki. Soko sorina na yana nakata bakine na yana nakata pakoto. Soko sina na yana nakata bakine na yana nakata. Sorina nakata bako yana nakata. Soko sina na yana nakata. Soko yana nakata. Sarina na yana nakata bako yana nakata. So yana nakata. No longer is America the land of the free and the brave. Soko yana nakata rina nakata. There is not one thing that you have not compromised. Soko yana nakata. Sarina nakata yana nakata. As sin is legalized. Soko yana nakata baki. Sarina nakata. For once you stood for morality. Soko yana nakata. Sayana nakata boko yana nakata rina nakata rina nakata noko yana nakata. Once you rebuke other nations that tortured. Soko yana nakata. Now you are the torturers. Soko yana nakata baki. Sayana nakata. Once you'd hold up the Geneva Convention. Soko yana nakata. Sayana nakata kayana nakata. Ayana yana nakata baki na yana nakata. Soko yana nakata kayana nakata. Now you mock it. Soko yana nakata baki. Anything goes in America. Soko yana nakata. Porina nakata yana nakata. The world looks on America. Soko yana nakata. And watches before its eyes. Soko yana nakata. Arina nakata. To those who peacefully protest. Soko yana nakata kayana nakata. Ayana noko yana nakata arina nakata. Are beaten and locked up. Soko yana nakata kayana nakata poko yana nakata. Arina nakata. How America's own president. Soko yana nakata. Barack Hussein Obama. Soko sina yana nakata paki. Sarina yana nakata kayana nakata. Runs a socialist agenda. Soko sina nakata. Where once America stood against socialism. Soko sina nakata. Communism. Soko sina nakata poko yana nakata. Sarina yana nakata koyana nakata bokoto koyana nakata. Now they have a president. Soko sina yana nakata. Who shrugs his shoulders and says soko yana nakata. So what's wrong with communism? Soko yana nakata. Oh America, what you have done. Soko yana nakata. Your forefathers would weep for you. Soko yana nakata. Porina nakata rina nakata. The freedom that you fought so hard for. Soko yana nakata rina nakata. You let a minority strip from you. Soko yana nakata. Your children now are indoctrinated in schools. Soko yana nakata. Ayana nakata. To sing songs of praise to Barack Hussein Obama. Soko yana nakata. Arina nakata pokotina yana nakata. Arina nakata poko yana nakata. Your children now are indoctrinated in schools. Soko yana nakata kayana nakata. To accept the lifestyle of the homosexuals. Soko yana nakata. And they are taught what's wrong with it. Soko yana nakata. Your children are now taught in schools. Soko yana nakata. There's no such thing as a creator. Soko yana nakata. It was all evolution. Soko yana nakata. I warned you through this holy prophet. Soko yana nakata. Get your kids out of the dens of the Antichrist. Soko yana nakata. How many years ago? Soko yana nakata baki nakata. For I do nothing without first revealing it to the prophet. Soko yana nakata. I warn before the judgments come. Soko yana nakata. I warned you, Canada. Soko yana nakata. Do not follow in your sister America's footsteps. Soko yana nakata. And now you walk in unison. Soko yana nakata. Porina nakata yana nakata bokoyana nakata kayana nakata. Soyana nakata paki. Sayana nakata bokoyana nakata pakina yana nakata. Orina na. These are the words I have to speak. Soko yana nakata. Arina nakata noyana nakata. On this Yom Kippur. Soko yana nakata kayana nakata. Sayana Sayana nakata kayana nakata bokoyana nakata kayana nakata. You are going to see things you'd rather not see. Soko 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 yana nakata. You will hear things you will not be able to believe. Soko 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 yana nakata. Parina nakata. For Satan's servants now run rampant. Soko 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 yana nakata pakiri nakata. There is no church. There is no organization. Soko 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 yana nakata. There is no business. Soko 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 sina yana nakata. There is no synagogue. Soko 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 yana nakata kayana nakata. Soko soko. There is no government. Soko 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 yana nakata rina nakata. Where Satan's servants are not bound. Soko 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 yana nakata. Porina nakata kayana nakata koyana nakata rina nakata. The schools. Soko soko sina nakata. Now school your children. Soko 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 yana nakata kayana nakata bokoto. And tell them there's no such thing as morality. Soko 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 yana nakata. Sarina nakata koyana nakata baki. Sayana nakata. What a sad, sad day. Soko 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 yana nakata boko yana nakata. Arina nakata arina nakata kayana nakata. Soko sina yana nakata boko yana nakata arina nakata. That more have not stood up. Soko 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 sina nakata and defended what they knew was truth. Soko 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 sina yana nakata. Soko yana nakata. This ministry is like a voice in the wilderness. Soko soko sina nakata. This holy prophet is as a woman in the wilderness. Soko 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 yana nakata. And she cries out to you. Soko soko sina yana nakata. Repent while there's yet time. Soko 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 sina yana nakata. And again I say, Soko 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 Yana Nakata, Rina Nakata, the great tribulation, Soko Sina Nakata, the day of Jacob's trouble, Soko 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 Yana Nakata, is breathing down your neck, Soko 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 Yana Nakata. And how many are oblivious to this? Soko 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 sina yana nakata porina nakata rina nakata. You live your life as if you'll live forever. Soko 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 yana nakata. You make plans so far in years in advance. Soko soko yana nakata porina nakata yana nakata. But am I not the only one that can count your days? Soko 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 yana nakata porina nakata. You save for a retirement that will not come. Soko 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 yana nakata kayana nakata porena yana nakata kayana nakata bokoto sorena yana nakata pokoyana nakata. Why do you not invest in the kingdom of heaven? Soko 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 yana nakata. For do you not know that is the only thing that will stand? Soko 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 yana nakata. What you did for I Yahweh soko sina nakata rina nakata and lifting up the name of my son Yahushua your Mashiach. Soko 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 yana nakata. Parina nakata koyana nakata pakina yana nakata. Soko 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 yana nakata paki. Parina yana nakata kayana. There is a famine already. Soko sina nakata. It's spread all over this world. Soko soko sina nakata. The famine is for my true word. Soko 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 yana nakata. Sayana nakata pokoyana nakata kayana nakata. Arina nakata koyana. How few even know who I am. Soko sina nakata. How few understand why YAHUSHUA came. Soko soko yana nakata. Who YAHUSHUA is. Soko 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 yana nakata. How few Soko Sina Nakata believe that there is a price to pay for unholiness. Soko Soko Sina Nakata Bokoyana Nakata Porina Nakata Nanayana Nakata. It is more than just saying a simple prayer. Soko 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 Sina Nayana Nakata. It's living your life. Soko Sina Nakata Kayana Nakata. Putting action and faith behind that prayer. Soko Soko Sina Nakata Porina Nakata Nanokoyana Nakata. How few churches now stand against sin. Soko soko yana nakata porina nakata kayana nakata pokoyana nakata soyana nakata pokoyana nakata kayana nakata soko 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 yana nakata how few defend others when they are prosecuted for even praying in a school. Why did not every church arise and defend these two men? When you see stewardess unable to wear the symbol of their faith, which is a cross, when you see the crosses forcibly taken out of hospitals, you who call yourself Christian churches, why were you silent? And now you say, Abba Yahweh, how could you allow our freedoms to be taken away? Why is our freedom of religion and speech taken away? I say unto you this day, what did you do with it? How did you fight for it? What are you doing now? Why are not all of you doing something? This ministry does their part. Ask me and I will show you how to do your part. Abortions are so common now. So a child can have them without even the parents' permission. What'd you do about it? Did you do anything? What did you do to protest same-sex marriage? What did you do to stop the homosexuality that's rampant across this land? Did you stand up? Did you defend? And say, Abba Yah made one man and one woman for a purpose. Babies are given to the homosexuals. Legally they can adopt. Sin has been legalized. Imagine what the next generation of children will be like. No morality, no knowledge of God, other than the government. Anything goes, as long as it makes you feel good. Undisciplined, where the parents are forbidden to discipline. Imagine the path to hell, even wider and broader than it is now. And this is what I prophesy will happen. Out of this ring maiden's mouth, such a famine is coming. Just as you who have been starving for my word, I tell you this now, for prepare for the days ahead. How do I prepare, you say? Feed yourself, soko 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 yana nakata. Feed on my truth, soko yana nakata. Learn who I and Yahushua and the Ruach HaKodesh are, soko 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 yana nakata. Porina nakata. Feed your soul, soko 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 yana nakata. Porina nakata yana nakata. Take not the holy word for granted, soko 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 yana nakata. Ayana nakata koyana nakata. Feed on the holy prophecies that I have released to this handmaiden, soko 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 yana nakata. For every word is true, soko 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 yana nakata. You will know what you are to do, soko 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 yana nakata. Soko 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 sina nakata paki arina nakata. For such is the day of Moses, so it shall be again. Soko 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 sina nayana nakata. Sorina nayana nakata kayana nakata bokotina nakata. Soko 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 yana nakata arina nakata. Soko soko yana nakata kayana nakata bokoto. Sorina nayana nakata pakina nayana nakata arina nakata. But I leave you with no hope. Soko soko yana nakata. I give you hope now, soko soko yana nakata, porina nakata na yana nakata pokoto, soko 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 sina na yana nakata pokoto, sarina nakata pokotina na yana nakata pokoto koyana nakata. Oh, amayana nakata bokoyana nakata kayana nakata. The plagues that are coming, soko 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 yana nakata, are not for you, soko siana nakata. For you have put the door on the sign of the blood on your doorpost, soko soko siana nakata. It covers you, soko 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 yana nakata. It is the blood of Yahushua, your Mashiach, soko 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 yana nakata. Yahweh's only begotten Son, soko 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 yana nakata, arinana yana nakata. Oh yana, as a heathen will walk in darkness, soko soko yana nakata, you will walk in my guiding light, soko 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 yana nakata, the only eternal light, soko soko yana nakata, who is Yahushua, your Mashiach, soko 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 yana yana nakata, porinana yana nakata kayana nakata rina nakata, soko 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 siana nakata. As I, Yahweh, put the manna on the ground, soko 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 yana nakata rina nakata. It soko siana nakata. Do not doubt that I will do it again for you. Soko 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 siana nakata. As you feed on my heavenly manna now, soko soko yana nakata. Do not doubt that I will feed you. Soko 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 yana nakata. Parina yana nakata. Just as surely as rock poured forth the water, soko 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 yana nakata. Parina nakata no yana nakata. When Moses struck it, soko 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 yana nakata. Just as surely as I pour forth the living water now, soko siana nakata, to those who receive it, soko 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 siana nayana nakata, arina nakata, I will provide water for you, soko soko yana nakata, when there seemeth to be none, soko 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 yana nakata, porina nayana nakata koyana nakata, arina nakata. So just as surely as Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, soko soko yana nakata, were thrown in the fiery furnace, soko soko yana nakata, bakina yana nakata, kayana nakata. Just as surely as a fourth man appeared, soko soko yana nakata, orena yana nakata, kayana nakata, and walked in the flames with them, soko 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 yana nakata, rina nakata, and they were not burned up, soko 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 yana nakata, and they were delivered and set free. Soko soko so all could see. Soko siana nakata. There was no stench of smoke. Soko soko yana nakata. Porina nakata. And even their bonds. Soko 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 yana nakata kayana nakata. Soko soko yana nakata kayana nakata boko yana nakata. Sarina yana nakata koyana. Kansalina kata bakina yana kata, sorena nakata bakina yana nakata rina nakata, soko 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 as they were cut, soko yana nakata bakina yana nakata, yana nakata boko yana nakata kayana nakata, soko yana nakata, soko soko yana nakata baki, sayana all exclaimed, soko yana nakata. Who was the fourth man that walked in those fiery flames? Soko 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 yana nakata, parina nakata. I'll tell you who, Sokosina Nakata. It was YAHUSHUA, your Mashiach, Sokoyana Nakata. And what he did back then, Sokosoyana Nakata, he will do again for you, Sokosina Nayana Nakata, Porina Nakata. If you are walking holy and obedient unto I, Yahweh, Koyana Nakata, Pakina Nayana Nakata, and each day asking for forgiveness of your sins, in the name of YAHUSHUA, your Mashiach, Sarina Nayana Nakata Pokoyana Nakata, Sarina Nayana Nakata Pokoyana Nakata, Sarina Nayana Nakata Pokoyana Nakata, Sina Nayana Nakata. I will cause you to be invisible, Sina Nayana Nakata Pokoyana Nakata, Porina Nayana Nakata Pokoyana Nakata, Rina Nakata, Yana Nakata. I will confound the governments of the land, Yana Nakata, Parina Nakata, Kayana Nakata. Walk in my ways, Yana Nakata, Rina Nakata, Sayana Nakata, Yana Nakata. And on this Yom Kippur day, Yana Nakata, Bakina Nakata, Sena Nakata, realize, Yana Nakata, all have sinned and fell short of my glory, Yana Nakata, for there is but one perfect one, Yana Nakata, that walks this earth, Yana Nakata, Arina Nakata, Arina Nakata, Nanayana Nakata, Yana Nakata, Sayana Nakata, and is YAHUSHUA HaMashiach, Yana Nakata, my only begotten Son, Yana Nakata, Arina Nakata. So if you want to weep this day, Yana Nakata, weep for what is to come, Yana Nakata, Kayana Nakata. Do all you can, Yana Nakata, Sayana Nakata, to those who are yet unsaved, Yana Nakata, who have not called out on YAHUSHUA HaMashiach's name, Yana Nakata, weep what they will go through, Yana Nakata, Rina Nakata, Yana Nakata, Yana Nakata. For again I say, Yana Nakata, as you see the Totalitarian dictatorship, Yana Nakata, arise in America, Yana Nakata. That is how close the Great Tribulation is upon you, Yana Nakata, Paranayana Nakata, Yana Nakata, Sayana Nakata, Yana Nakata, Kayana Nakata, Orinayana Nakata, Yana Nakata, Sayana Nakata, Yana Nakata, Yana Nakata. Rebuke the liars, Yana Nakata. Rebuke the slanderers, Yana Nakata. Stand up and defend this ministry, Yana Nakata, Yana Nakata. If you want to continue, Yana Nakata, to hear holy messages from me, Yana Nakata, Ayana Nakata. Help where you can, Yana Nakata, Ayana Nakata, support where you can, Yana Nakata. Offer an encouraging word, Yana Nakata, but put action behind your words, Yana Nakata. Help lift the burden, Yana Nakata, Yana Nakata, Yana Nakata. For the burdens are great, Yana Nakata, Porina Nakata, Yana Nakata, Yana Nakata. Saying no longer of fear, Yana Nakata, Yana Nakata, Yana Nakata. Sharing my words, Yana Nakata. When I put it upon your heart, Yana Nakata, Yana Nakata. Say, warn while you can, Yana Nakata, Baki. Protest while you can, Yana Nakata. Woe be unto you, America, Yana Nakata. For you are a sign, Yana Nakata, how close the time of Jacob's trouble is, Yana Nakata. You are the clock, Yana Nakata, that I have set my watch by, Yana Nakata. Sayana Nakata, Yana Nakata, Kayana Nakata, Nakata. as the world watches, and watches your freedoms die, you were warned, you were warned, for I first sent this holy prophet, to warn America, Soyana nakata bakoyana nakata bakinayana nakata koyana nakata bakinayana nakata. But when they refuse to listen, yana nakata, and the majority of pastors cast the words out yana nakata as false yana nakata, saying America will always live yana nakata. America's a great nation yana nakata. We are to support our president. We are to abide by the laws of the land, even when they go against the holy scriptures. I told my holy prophet, America will not listen, and instead I ordained her to be, and called her forth, to be a prophet to the nations. The clock is ticking. Especially as you see the so-called health care that is being fought over. And this bill is not about life. This bill is about death. Who will live and who will die? Who will have access to doctors and who will not? Who are born again, believers, following Yahushua, saying they have your name, they already know who you are, you will get a health care, that you will not want, if you do not protest now, and at least cast your vote in heaven, but I have a way, I always provide a way, for my two children, there is a way of escape, but I reveal it not now. Sayana nakata bokoyana nakata, sayana nakata bokoyana nakata, rina nakata, sokoyana nakata, kayana nakata bokoyana nakata, sayana nakata, sokoyana nakata baki, soko siana yana nakata, soko sarina nayana nakata bokoto, sorina nayana nakata, parana nayana nakata bokoyana nakata. Soko yana nakata baki. Sarena nayana nakata poko yana nakata. Soko yana nakata baki yana nakata. Porina nakata. Don't forget, Sukkot is coming. Soko yana nakata, rina nakata, sarena nayana nakata. Do the best you can to observe it. Soko yana nayana nakata, sarena nayana nakata, poko yana nakata, parina nayana nakata, donoyana nakata. If you can do nothing more, sleep on the floor. Soko yana nakata, and make a tent with a blanket. Soko yana nayana nakata. I know your heart. Soko 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 yana nakata. Porina yana nakata pokoto yana nakata. I know what you can do. Soko 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 yana nakata. Parana yana nakata boko yana nakata. Sayana nakata boko yana nakata. And I will honor it. Soko soko sina yana nakata. And I will bless you. Soko 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 yana nakata. This is a somber day. Soko 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 yana nakata. Parinana yana nakata. Soyana nakata boko yana nakata. Pakinana yana nakata. How few acknowledge me and even pray. Soko 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 yana nakata. Even if they set their time on the other calendar. Soko soko yana nakata. For Yom Kippur. Soko soko yana nakata. How few cared. Soko soko yana nakata. How few even bowed their heads. Soko yana nakata. Arana yana nakata. So in nakata, and in the Christian churches, soko soko yana nakata, how few taught soko yana nakata, nakata, what Yom Kippur even is, soko 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 yana nakata, paranana yana nakata, kayana nakata. But that is your responsibility, soko 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 yana nakata, soko soko so yana nakata. If you're in a Christian church, soko yana nakata, part of the organization church, Sokoyana Nakata, Koyana Nakata, Soko Soko Sinanayana Nakata, Pokoyana Nakata. It is your responsibility, Soko Soko Yana Nakata, to let them know, Soko 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 Sinanayana Nakata, Bakinanayana Nakata. If the pastor rebukes you, Soko Soko Yana Nakata, you know then it's time to go, Soko 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 Yana Nakata, and Ichabod I shall Soko yana nakata, right on that church door. Soko 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 yana nakata. Sayana nakata boko yana nakata. Sayana nakata bokoto. Sori nakata. These are the somber words I have to say. Soko soko yana nakata bakini nakata. Arena hope soko yana nakata from my true holy ones. Soko yana nakata who follow. So yana nakata YAHUSHUA. Hamashiach, my only begotten son, Soko Soko Siena Nayana Nakata Pakina Nakata, Soyana Nakata Bakina Nayana Nakata, Kayana Nakata, Arina Nakata Bokoyana Nakata, Soyana Nakata, and grieving and gnashing of teeth, Soko 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 Soyana Nakata, who have refused that blood, Soko Siena Nakata, shed for them at Calvary, Soko 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 Yana Nakata, Arina Nayana Nakata Pokoyana Nakata. Sayana nakata pokoyana nakata, sorena nayana nakata pokoyana nakata, sorena nayana nakata pokoto, soko 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 yana nakata, sayana nakata yana nakata. So set your clocks, soko 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 yana nakata, and watch America, soko 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 so yana nakata, parana nayana nakata, and you will know, soko 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 yana nakata, parana nakata. When you see all freedoms go, soko 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 yana nakata, the great tribulation has begun. Soko 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 yana nakata, porene nakata yana nakata. When the last of the freedom goes, soko 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 yana nakata, parana yana nakata poko yana nakata, soko sorena yana nakata, soko soko yana nakata paki, sarena nakata poko tori nakata. Yahweh have spoken. Soko 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 yana nakata. Soko soko siena yana nakata pokoto. Soko sarena yana nakata poko yana nakata. Sayana nakata pokoto. Sorena yana nakata pokoto. Soyana nakata paki. Sorena yana nakata poko yana nakata. That's all.